Hi, this video is from interview.com. Interview.com is a job portal. In this video, I'm going to talk about bean lifecycle in Spring Framework. In Spring Framework, when a bean is instantiated, it may be required to perform some initialization to get it into a stable state. Similarly, when the bean is no longer required and is removed from the container, some cleanup may be required. We can simply declare a bean with init method or a destroy method parameter in the Spring configuration file. The init method attribute specifies a method that is to be called on the bean immediately upon instantiation by the Spring container. Similarly, destroy method specifies a method that is called just before a bean is removed from the container. So this is my bean and I have init method and destroy method. How can I inform the Spring container to call this method? So this is my own method. Okay, so how do I inform the Spring container? I can inform Spring container in the tag. So I have a bean called employee bean with ID, and this is the class where Spring is going to create objects, and there is a parameter called init method and destroy method, very important. So in this parameter I can give the value as init. So what exactly it means, I'm telling to Spring container, whenever you create this object, whenever you are instantiating this object, call this method, and whenever you're removing this object from your container, call this method. Okay, that's what these two tag means. And I have methods init and destroy. Okay, so I have written a very simple code to demonstrate this bean life cycle. So class path XML application context, as you all know, it's going to load the XML file and it's going to register the beans in the Spring container. When I call this get bean, I'm going to get the bean, and we can see how the init method is called. And here I am using register shutdown for a graceful shutdown, otherwise you can't see this destroy method being called. Okay, let's start this demo. So it started. It's going to load the application context. See, loading XML bean definitions from the class path resource. So can you see this init method has been called? Why it is called? Because we have told to Spring Framework, whenever you instantiate, please call this method. So that's why it is called. Okay, we have informed already in the XML file. So now init method has been called. For demo purpose, I'm just printing something, but in the real application you can do whatever you want. Say initializing some other variables or some methods you can call, you can do whatever you want. So now I'm doing a register shutdown hook. So our destroy method will be called. Can you see this? So why it is called? Because we have informed Spring Framework to call this method whenever this particular bean is removed from the container. Okay, so destroy bean has been called. So you can do whatever you want, say releasing the resources, important resources, you can do. So this is how bean life cycle works, and hope this video is useful. Thank you and all.